What's up, Alphas? It's your boy. It's something amazing, man, himself. What's new 99 host? La Alphas LMA, and I'm always here with. And what's new 99?
Uniqo Williams, Super Bowl! Woo!
Yeah, it's the Super Bowl after show, after party, after whatever you want to call it. But by the end of the day, you will call us Alpha. You like I moved it around. They tell you like that.
Jump, run around with you in circles again.
And tonight, we're gonna start off with the Super Bowl. And it wasn't the showcase we expected.
I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in this Super Bowl, man.
Yeah. But
yeah.
Patrick Mahomes' offensive line looked like they did not even want to play today.
Oh my goodness.
My man was running around circles every play like it was backyard football.
All right, I know they gave him $500 million, but you still got to play the game of football. He ain't supposed to just do it without nobody out there. That was a tough night.
I seen that man shake 3 people and then get tripped and lean and throw the ball down the field to Darrell Williams, and he just dropped it off his face. First off, that's the most impressive throw I ever seen in my life.
He made a lot of impressive throws today that did not come up for him.
I have never seen a man get tripped, fall, leaning, throw sidearm, pull the ball 20 yards down the field, hit a man in the face, man, right through his hand. I'm like, that's incredible. First off, he just proved he's probably the best thrower of the ball I've ever seen.
The talent is he right there. Him, more to be seen, but I've always thought it was Aaron Rodgers. But
I ain't never seen Aaron do that. I ain't never seen him do that.
It's looking like Mahomes is the one. Mahomes is definitely the one.
By the way, we ain't like the other show. We ain't gonna diss another dude just to raise another dude up. Cause as I made the video last week, Tom Brady is the GOAT. I made a video expressing he the GOAT. I don't think he can be caught. The only person that got a chance would be Mahomes, cause Trevor Lawrence going to the Jaguars. And I'm sorry, that's it.
He got hey, hold on. Let's talk about that. Urban Meyer is the coach. He might go get Fields. Might go get Fields.
Oh, that'd be a different. And then who would Lawrence go to then? The Jets? Oh, that's worse. I'd rather go to Jaguar.
I mean, Deshaun Watson wanted to go there too.
But that's because his boy though, and I understand that. I feel you.
But man, that was man. But with all that being said, yeah, you're right. When it comes down to Tom Brady, he already is the GOAT. And we talked about it on one of our other shows. Aaron Rodgers was in that conversation until he came against Tom Brady that last time. He's out of the conversation. The only person that's in it right now is Patrick Mahomes, and he needs to go to 10 Super Bowls. That's just it.
No, he can. If he go 8-9, I'll give it to him.
It's just, or there's got to be a rematch next year where he beats Tom Brady, and then put some rings on top of that one. That might put him back in there in a decent.
Well, he got to blow him out if he doing. But that defense Tampa got is nasty.
Man, they came out of nowhere too, because they didn't always play like this. Not all year. That last half of the year, they started playing something different. They only rushed 4 people all night long. They did not blitz Patrick Mahomes at all.
They didn't have to.
They did not have to.
He playing with a backup offensive line.
That's right. So there's that part of it. So I can give that part
for the people that don't know. Eric Fisher got hurt. The right tackle got hurt a few weeks ago in the regular season, like week 15. So the backup right tackle had to move the left tackle, and they moved the starting right guard to right tackle, who ain't used to playing right tackle, and then moved the backup right guard in. So they had a whole makeshift offensive line for this. So they had a whole
a pass rush that was just getting better and better, because they was just on Aaron Rodgers bad last week.
Ooh, JPP, Sue.
Oh, Sue was on a mission. He needed that ring. He needed a ring. Barrett was on him.
Shaq Barrett was a monster. And
I
give him credit. He shook them like 20 times, bro. He shook them 20 times. He was like, running in circles.
And this is how crazy. This is how crazy this is. The Buccaneers, like Tom Brady made people this year, so we're not really sure how good the team really ultimately is. So they're gonna have the same team next year because can't nobody just leave and go get a big contract right now. I don't believe that because they wasn't expecting to be good this year like that.
By the way, all the people that scored touchdown are literally people that wasn't on the team last year.
Fournette. Mike Evans didn't get one. Good Godwin didn't get one.
Fournette got one. Grunt got
Fournette
two.
got one.
And Antonio Brown got one. So everybody Tom Brady told him to go get got a touchdown. And by the way, Godwin and they locked Godwin and what's the name up. They did a good job on them. Well, let's talk about the issue. In the first half, the refereeing. What's your thoughts, Joe?
Man, that was the worst refereeing I ever seen. I think we're having a different conversation if that refereeing wasn't so aggressive in the first half going towards the Buccaneers.
I'm not going to blame it as much as I'm going to blame Andy Reid calling them timeouts before the half and giving Tom Brady a touchdown and giving them all the momentum.
I mean, there were some bad plays. There was some bad flags that was called that got them out of third down situations. So that it didn't help. They got that last little right before the half.
That one right before half was terrible. I'm like, how did some pass interference when that man had no chance to catch that ball? That ball is out of there, my guy. That ball was that ball was caught by a fan. How in the world he was?
Yeah.
How is that a pass interference? That's an uncatchable.
Very suspect calling.
It's called
because it's a different game. If a couple of those first third downs and all that, it's a different game. It's a closer game. Maybe Andy Reid calls it differently, but at the end of the day, they held on to that lead because Patrick Mahomes didn't do much of nothing. I mean, who put money on the fact that Patrick Mahomes wouldn't score a touchdown? Who put money on that? You a rich man.
And I ain't gonna even blame him for that because Darrell Williams had a touchdown, an amazing throw he dropped. Tyreek Hill had one. Kelsey dropped the ball. Hardman dropped a few.
Kelsey had a few drops, especially that 3rd and 8. But he had a couple of drops to where there were some catches where he was about dropped it. Like, I don't know, was he nervous? What's going on? I thought you been here before, man.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think it was. People gonna say they look nervous. No, they look sped up. People, when you play football, you know about speeding up. When a defense can speed up your offense, because a lot of them throws he was throwing early and they wasn't used to it because they in a rhythm offense.
Yeah,
and a lot of time they weren't even looking for the ball right when they got there. So it just hit him in the face because he was sped up again. When your left tackle touch Shaq Barrett like this, and that's all he did, and he's just chasing you, it's kind of hard. I'm like, bro, at least hold this man. At least grab him and hold him. Tackle him one time.
Anything. Do anything.
Trip him. One time. Just let him know that I ain't going to let you just get off with it. You know, just
right.
just let him know, like, hey, you keep coming, I'm going to injure you. I ain't want to hurt you, but I'm going to make sure you feel me or something. You can't just run straight to him. Patrick Mahomes run around in circles for 30 yards back. That's the whole game, bro.
And throwing dimes. And a couple they got him, but he was throwing dimes.
Yeah, well, it was
off his back foot, getting tackled, all type of stuff. But he put on a performance, but it just the numbers ain't gonna show it. But he put up a fight.
He did. He was running in a circle, fighting for every play. So shout out to him too. I'm not gonna show it. I ain't gonna throw no hate on no man that tried his hardest, bro. Because
absolutely.
Because football is a hard game, and everything ain't gonna go right for you. And sometimes you gotta. That's part of the growing pain. You gotta figure out how to do it when he ain't got everything.
Yep.
So now you gotta go back to the drawing board and improve. And that's a good thing for him because sometimes I feel like it was too good for him. And not really for him, more so to his team. Because I feel like they just like, we got Pat, we could just make these dumb mistakes on defense. And 3rd and 8, while we up 3-0, Chris Jones just pushed this man late on 3rd and 8 and get a 15-yard penalty to go and score a touchdown.
That was a bad call, man. That was a bad call.
He slapped him in hand down. He got caught, though. That's your fault. You can't. One thing Tony Dunn just said, and Bill Belichick said too, every team in the league almost even, the one that make the mistakes going to lose because everybody got football talent.
Yep.
So y'all they had I think they almost had 200 yards of penalty.
Man's 95 in like the first half.
They
First quarter, something like that. They tore him up on them penalties, man. It was a tough night for Kansas City, but I mean, like I said, what my biggest takeaway is I told y'all don't bet that spread.
Tom Brady the GOAT. That's what you should know.
Don't bet against the spread. And in this game, I told people y'all should bet on the size stuff, like how many yards, over, under, all that kind of stuff. And you're gonna do something. And that's they didn't score as much as Vegas said they would as a total for both teams. So I mean, this wasn't a game unless you were a Tom Brady fan like that. Now, if you're a Tom Brady fan like that, you said, no, they're gonna win the game. You won some money tonight.
By the way, I always remember that Tom Brady didn't win a Super Bowl from the age of 27 to 36. That's 9 years that he didn't win the Super Bowl. So it ain't over with for Pat. So they got to go back, do their thing, figure it out, realize that if they ain't got it, I got to learn more protections and all that. If I ain't got my whole offensive line, so if everything don't run smooth, I got to have some play calls because I'm sorry, Andy Reid, them stupid screens is not going to work with your offensive line hurt.
Nope.
I'm tired of seeing just Tyreek Hill out of the play, standing not blocking or nothing, just sitting there like this. And then you only got 2 receivers running the route. And then they still getting to Patrick Mahomes. I'm like, this play is doomed. Quit doing this play. This play is doomed from the beginning.
Tough night.
But yeah, man.
Tom Brady also set himself apart from Bill Belichick as well. He definitely set himself apart.
You want to know a crazy stat?
What's that?
Tom Brady got more rings than any team in the league. New England and Pittsburgh got 6. Tom Brady got 7.
I mean, that's how many years has the NFL been in there? Like 50-some years?
That's 55. Tom Brady got 7 of 55 championships.
That's an insane stat.
He got more championships than any team in the league. He got 3 more than any other quarterback. So man, by the way, that legacy thing, talking about Patrick Mahomes' legacy and all that, all he gotta do is get 4 and he could be the second best. And that ain't bad.
He's had a good early career. I just, like I said, it's gonna be hard for him to make up ground after this one.
Yeah, because he got a lot, man. But it is what it is. Greatness is not all about one play anyway. I tell everybody that greatness is your situation. The people around you make you great too. Also, ain't nobody great by themselves. That's impossible. Jordan didn't win before he got Pippen. Tom Brady went to Bill Belichick, the greatest coach of all time. Now, GM wise, y'all can argue about that because he can't draft I don't know. He can't draft at all. But coaching, that man coached some wins this year that he shouldn't have got.
That's a bad football team they got up there in New England, and he got
trash.
1 win.
What did he get, 7 wins? That team ain't got a receiver. It ain't got an O-line. It ain't got a defense. He's still like, hey, and the reason I said they ain't got defense because everybody on their defense just opted out this year. Chung,
yep,
all them. So that man worked with nuts and he got some wins. So I ain't gonna never say his coaching bad, but that man can't recruit. I know that. I know that.
I wonder what their record would be with Tom Brady this year.
They would have lost.
You said they wouldn't have made the playoffs. It would have been Tom Brady's first.
They might have lost. They might have lost in the wild card.
No, you said they would have at least got to the playoffs with Tom Brady.
Probably. People forget how good Cam was before he got COVID.
He's playing well.
COVID is affecting athletes, and people don't realize. Seth Curry came in the first 8 games with 76ers averaging 20. He averaged 4 since he got COVID. He averaged 4, and he got taken out of some games. He got took out the game before the next game against Portland. He got took out because he just didn't feel good. COVID having the after effect to some athletes. And plus, I saw
that's some people that
Yeah, I saw Bill Belichick even say that. He like, I was going up there to hug Cam, and I ain't never hugged nobody. I'm like, I know you don't hug people. Like, yo, I understand, bro. It's affecting you in some weird way. But yeah, what happened when you got a virus nobody know about? So
Right. That's the thing. That's the thing about COVID. It's one thing to get it, but we don't know enough about it after you get it. What's the after effects? We don't know. We don't know. So, is that? Yeah, you're right. Because Cam was like, how do you only throw like 6 touchdowns in a whole season? You know what I'm saying? Like, how
and
does
by the
that
way,
happen?
he had the game before he got COVID. He had 3, and they beat who was that? They beat the Seahawks, wasn't it? Did he have
No,
like?
they had lost to the Seahawks at the last second.
Oh yeah,
He couldn't get in.
but he had like 3 touchdowns and 400 yards. I'm like, and that's
Man, he
he
played a
barely
great
scored a
defense.
touchdown again the rest of the season.
That's crazy, ain't it? To think about, like you are a quarterback in NFL and you don't throw any touch, and you start pretty much every game except when you was out for COVID. Got benched a couple times, like
Yeah, I think.
man.
Yeah, like I said, I think COVID have a after effect on people that they don't know about yet. Cause I seen that boy I seen some other players fall out and stuff from COVID. So be safe out here, especially if you're doing that outside stuff and it might affect your heart or something. I don't know, but I'm not no expert, so don't ask me. By the way, I want y'all to hit
Right.
that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you're on Spotify, hit that follow button. And if y'all I know we got some weekly listeners, so come on to YouTube, tell us hello, or go on this social media, tell us what's up. We like to hear from y'all, man. Tell us what y'all want to hear us talk about.
Need that.
Yeah, we need that. By the way, prayers out to Wes. He's in the hospital. It's his birthday. Well, when we record this, it's his birthday. It's Wednesday, so it's not his birthday on Wednesday. But yeah, so he'll be out probably before y'all get here. But I told him he too old for that, Joe.
You think Bourbon Street was a little too much for him?
That man danced on bourbon and passed out. Told him. He said I was on the floor. Now I'm in the hospital.
The after effects of Bourbon Street, boy, I think it has something to do with it.
I said, bruh, you too old. You can't be taking these. What he say? He drunk some of them bombs or something?
Just grenades.
Yeah.
Grenades.
I'm like, you too old to drink that, bruh.
Woo.
Like, you ain't 20 no more.
I might have to go to Bourbon Street this year and see what happens.
Joe gonna be passed out, and me and Wes gonna do one for him too. No, he too old for that too. Your body don't work the same way it used to, don't lie.
Yeah.
My man. Now we up there. You up there? We can't do nothing like we used to.
Man.
Hey.
Look, I'm more. This is the most sober I've been. I'm more drunk on this show on a regular day than I am after the Super Bowl. That ought to tell you something. I said, man, we got to get up and go to work in the morning.
Man, you can't do nothing you used to do. That crap.
Man.
Be like, hey, you want to go rounds? Nah, fam. Once. We going home. I need to go sleep.
Man, my favorite part of the day, I work from home, and my favorite part of the day is going home. My favorite part. Woo, I love clocking out.
Putting the laptop down. Just slap it down.
I hit that restart button, and I'm going about my business.
Yeah, man. What's been going on in the news, man? What you seen, Joe?
Man, it's been a crazy week in news. We touched a little bit on it this past episode of Do You Hear Me with Uniqo Williams every Thursday. That man came out there and shot them people that was talking crazy to him about shoveling that snow. Wasn't that something? You see that video?
Oh, I ain't even seen it. Tell me about it.
So in Philadelphia, there was a couple that was shoveling snow, and they shoveled their snow off of their driveway and put it onto another man's property. So the man came out there like, hey, can y'all stop doing that? And they was like, no, and they was saying, F off and cussing him out. So he went inside and got the pistol. He shot both of them. Oh, so the woman was laying out in the street, but she was still cussing and all that stuff. And the neighbors is out there like, what's going on? The dude runs to the door of the house, and then The man comes back from outside with an AR-15 and finishes both of them off. The police would eventually come and he killed himself. One bad day. One bad day.
So the Joker's right.
We just
but
got
done.
We had, and I had, yeah, man. I mean, hey, but you know, nothing's ever that deep. But man, you don't never know what somebody is going through. And I want my listeners out there. I want our listeners to always be empathetic towards people, because man, they shovel snow onto his property. Snow melts. You know what I'm saying? Snow don't last always. But he took it to the next level. Whatever it was, he was done with them people and he was done with life. He did what he had to do and went on about his business.
By the way, I know a lot of people gonna hate this. What you need AK-47 for? What you need an AR-15 for? I just want to know. You ain't shooting in your. Like, I need to protect my property. You ain't shooting in your house, dog. Because yeah, you might well just destroy your whole house if you're gonna do that. That's a gun that you in the hood, you go out there and do a drive-by. You know what I'm saying? You just have to handle your business. You want to tear something up when you do that? You can shoot down a forest. What do you
with
need?
One of them, yeah.
You can shoot down half a forest with it. What do you mean? You just clip it off of this. And he got chopped the tree no more. But I guess, hey man, Second Amendment, I guess.
You got the right to bear arms, but man, and you never know if the government, that's behind it, is the fact that you get to defend yourself against the government should the government do some stuff that people don't like. That's the whole point of the right to bear arms thing.
Can I be honest? If the government wants you gone, dog, you gone.
I guess I'm talking about
they don't even
there's
have
not
to.
more people. There's not more people in the military than there are free people in America. So they just saying at the end of the day, that's what that's for.
Back then we didn't have nukes, bro. If they like, yo, we don't like Portland, bro. What Portland gonna do?
Well, that make me sit down.
You drop a nuke, y'all cool now? Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, if something like that happened, if I'm mad at the government, and so is the rest of America, and then they decide to blow up Portland, I'm gonna sit right over here in Indianapolis and sit down and not do nothing.
Delete all my messages on Twitter. Oh, I didn't mean nothing. I didn't mean nothing bad. Hey, my bad.
I'm gonna go back and erase anything.
They got drones.
I'm gonna even go back and erase some of my Trump tweets.
They got the drones.
Just in case.
They got the drones coming out, just firing off on people. What? This technology getting out of hand. They know where you at because they got satellites looking at you. Cell phone that snitched on you. By the way, watch my episode about AI. It's fun. Got the good message. What's up? What else happening, Joe?
This week, and they're working hard. The Republicans definitely pushed back. I ain't trying to keep this all government, by the way. And dear government, if you listening, I'm just saying, I'm just reporting. I don't, but Kamala Harris broke the tie. So they are going to find a way to move on with the stimulus package. The new checks is coming. And they're going to come faster than the last ones.
Mid-March.
So they're going to handle tax time. Make sure y'all file your taxes. They're going to start getting it in by February 12th. So make sure y'all handle that this week. Make sure y'all do that. And then they're going to go ahead and get the stimulus stuff going. And then everybody going to have that one more free check. And hopefully y'all handle y'all business with that.
Yes.
I just wish it would be monthly. Can y'all do it monthly for 1 year? If y'all do it monthly for 1 year, I'll be happy.
Socialism.
1 year. That's all I'm asking for.
Hey, they ain't giving y'all. That's why you ain't giving y'all no check. Y'all gonna put it up in the penny stocks and make GameStop go up and make $1 million. Hey,
shout out to Dogecoin or whatever that is. Shout out to them, and shout out to Elon Musk for getting everybody to get into that wave. Shout out to cryptocurrency just making this wave right now. Shout out to, I don't know if anybody's making money off of these stocks at all from AMC and GameStop. I don't know
if you got it early, you made millions, dog.
Jeff, you got in early?
Yeah, if you got it early, a kid pulled out like $5 million. He put 4,000 in. I saw a kid
pull it out.
Yeah, I saw a kid. What's that little kid? He put his Hanukkah money, right? You saw that?
I didn't see that.
Yeah, he put his whole Hanukkah check in the GameStop and then pulled it out and made like 53,000. He got it like it was $400. He think he made 53,000. He pulled it out. I'm like, okay.
Woo, that's life-changing money. Woo.
So I'm saying,
so kids, if y'all have y'all sweet 16 or y'all 18th birthday or y'all graduation money this year, find y'all stock and put it in there.
You saw that old man? What name? Larry? Was it Larry Cutler? I don't know. He said something about it, but it was an old man. No, it wasn't Larry Cutler. It was the other man before him. He came on like, they using their stimulus checks and putting in stock, ruining everything. It ain't fair. I'm like, it ain't fair, man. Shut your mouth. We want bread too. Quit being stingy. Give us that monies. I'm for the people. For the people, Joe. Over on that now for the people.
Always. You know, we had an argument today. I had an argument with my boy today during the Super Bowl. You know, of course, drinks was involved. And I was telling him, I said, you know, minimum wage been $7.25 for the longest, and everything just goes up, but the minimum wage never did. And I said, you keep this. The big misconception that the price of everything is going to go up. My boy Zell May said that's not the truth. That's not the truth, because people have more money to spend on things. Because if you just barely making it, you can't buy no extra stuff. But now you got more money to do stuff, you're going to spend money. So what's the point of raising the price of milk if you can afford it?
By the way, the problem with also the median income of people. By the way, median income, let's talk about the median income, not average. Average, the billionaires is in that. Average median income in 1998 was 38,000. Guess what it was in 2019? We talking about pre-pandemic.
What was it?
31,000. So it's 7,000 less.
It went down
20 years before. Yes. So we 7,000 less 20 years before.
But the price of things goes up.
Milk was less than $1 in 1998. Gas was less than $1 in 1998. Minimum wage only went up $2, less than $2 actually. So in 2009, by the way, and your median income went down when minimum wage went up. So what they tell you? I'm just saying. Rich people got richer though. They're a lot richer than they used to be. And by the way,
I mean, if I pay you pennies and I'm making dollars, I'm gonna try and keep doing that. But what if you make pennies and now you're making 96 cents? That's all people are asking for.
By the way,
I used to make a penny. Now I make 4 pennies. You know what I'm saying? You're still getting paid. It's not changing you.
By the way, the problem with trickle-down economics, which I agree would work if it actually worked. It sounds like crazy, don't it? But it would work if they actually gave more to you and paid you more. But instead, they make more money. So unless if they make more money without a mass inflation, like let's say Jeff Bezos made $100 billion more in his average. He got his taxes lowered, right? That means he had $100 billion that's not in circulation more. I mean, there's less money out there. There's less money in the rotation, meaning the median income will go down. Billionaires made $39 billion in 2020. Regular people lost $37 billion. By the way, a lot of y'all, including me and probably Joe, are in poverty, and you don't know it. Based on business, you are in poverty. Unless you're making like $58,000, you're probably in poverty. Even though I know the line says 38,000, but they ain't moved the line since inflation because they don't want to move it to tell you you're in poverty. How do you know you're in poverty, Joe? 70% of the people in this country have less than $1,000 in their savings account. Right now. And what that tells me, Joe, is when something bad happens, people don't have funds to deal with. All your savings is just in case something bad happens.
Right.
If your house burned down and your insurance don't cover everything, your whole savings gonna go away. Meaning you don't really have spare money. That's your just in case money. And that's all people have. You don't really have a savings. You have enough money to survive and to have something in case of emergency. Unless you're making, like I said, $60,000, and that's in poor area. Because if you making $60,000 in New York, you broke.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's the point too. So, but in like our area, you're making $6,000. Okay, I got extra money to spend. I got enough. Even if something bad happened, I still got life. You know what I'm saying? If a hurricane blow your job away and your house, what you gonna do for a few months? You know what I mean? So
Right.
so you're impoverished, and that's most of the people in this country, by the way. So yes, they gotta do something about it, man, because the people ain't having it. Because everybody want to take on everybody, bro. You know, 2020 we had like 100,000 riots. The Republicans rioted the Capitol. Black people rioted. Young liberal white people rioted and took over a city. And then I don't know what they were doing. They didn't know what they were doing.
Singing Kumbaya, what I heard.
And then somebody came with a gun and said, "I'm the leader." And they're like, okay, we ain't got no gun, so you the leader. it was a SoundCloud rapper, bro. Came in with an AK-47, man. Said, "I'm the leader." Then again, man, like, we tired of this. Okay, let's get this out of here.
Shout out to SoundCloud rappers keeping America.
You know what I'm saying?
There's no better person that's than an independent artist that's off of SoundCloud.
Shout out to Joe's SoundCloud, by the way.
Yeah,
Do you hear me on SoundCloud? Go check them out.
Check out some of my old music too. I like that. It's for the youth. It's for the kids.
Yo, can we give a little love to Black Girl Magic? I forgot to mention this. Tonight was a lot of Black Girl Magic pre-Super Bowl.
Oh, I missed it. I was taking a nap.
Her killed it. Her was amazing. She finally got the recognition because I seen people like, who is this and why is she amazing? I'm like, thank you. That's all I've been wanting. Her has been amazing. Jasmine Sullivan had a duet with some dude that shouldn't been there, but she killed it. And what's that young girl that do the poetry for Joe Biden? I can't think of her name right now.
Oh, that little girl. That little girl that did it in that yellow trench coat at the inauguration.
Yeah, I can't think of her name right now, Joe. You can get her name real quick because I ain't got my phone by me. I don't know if you got something by you. But yeah, you had her name. She was there. Shout out to her. She killed her poem. So you know we love young poetry right now. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to do a thing. So there's a lot of Black girl love tonight. I was feeling that. Why are you looking that up? What you thought about the Weeknd's before halftime show?
People decided to turn it at the Super Bowl party. Amanda Gorman.
Oh yeah, shout out to Amanda Gorman. So Jasmine Sullivan, Amanda Gorman, and her killed it. The Weeknd had me confused, and all these lights was out here, and I was
whole Twitter was like every tweet was every tweet when I was scrolling. They was all like the opposite. So some people's like, he killed it. Some people's like, this is boring. People was like, oh, he's giving me Michael Jackson. Oh, he's giving me, which he was giving some vibe. I mean, I think it was entertaining from what I did get to see. They turned it to bass fishing when the halftime show came on.
I actually liked it, but it almost blinded me and got me delirious for a minute.
I knew every song that he played. I knew I could sing it. So, that was.
At the beginning, I was like, epilepsy.
I think more people was worried about how he looks nowadays.
Yeah, I like epilepsy. These lights are going crazy. Hey, they made for some good memes though. They were like that old Patrick Mahomes was looking at his offensive line like this.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely have to check out the meme circuit before I call it a night tonight for sure. I didn't check, but I'm sure that Reddit is going up about the Super Bowl today, and I'm sure they got plenty of jokes. I'm sure they on Patrick Mahomes for losing in Black History Month, and I'm sure they're gonna blame it on him.
I actually ain't seen a lot of that. I think just them little amazing throws he made. Even though he completed, everybody like, yo, I ain't never seen nobody do this before. And he saw a receiver drop the ball.
They probably gonna make Floyd Mayweather fight that boy. So for the culture this month or something, they probably gonna push it up. like brothers need to win. LeBron won the first Black History thing with courtside Karen. Then Tom Brady won it in Black History Month, and maybe they need to run with that narrative for a while.
Yo, I saw a tweet that said Antonio Brown won a Super Bowl. Karma does not exist.
That's definitely a narrative. And that goes to show you, if you're good enough, people can look past some stuff.
Yo, shout out Tom Brady for putting his boys on.
He definitely did. He definitely did. Because
Hey, Fournette,
I mean,
come here.
they
Antonio
said
Brown, Grunt.
They said Gronk was done. Like he was just
Grunt
he
was
got
in
himself in
wrestling, bro.
shape
Grunt was in
and
WWE.
and he looked good tonight. He looked like a GOAT tight end.
Yeah. I'm trying to think who looked good tonight for Kansas City. I would say outside of the drops, Kelsey in the second half looked good, but that's it.
Even then, he like I said, there's a couple of throws where it looked like he was about to drop it. Like even he was like juggling, like it was all that. But yeah, nobody really now coming out the half. Edwards-Helaire, he was starting to look good. They caught the run game started going a little bit, but
if I'm Patrick Mahomes, I'm saying give me a lineman because Eric Fisher is out to next year probably with Achilles. Get me.
Hopefully they get that doctor back that was on the football team. The doctor that went to go fight COVID.
Oh yeah.
Instead of playing football,
he was the right tackle, wasn't
he? He was a big deal. I know that much. It was a big deal for him to be out.
Yeah.
But definitely
draft Najee Harris.
That line. Huh?
Draft Najee Harris. If I'm Patrick Mahomes, I'm like, y'all ain't never not giving me weapons. Y'all giving me weapons for the rest of my life.
I don't think they looking. I don't think they need weapons. And I'm actually, like I said, they didn't blitz him tonight. They didn't blitz him tonight. He doesn't need weapons. It's the line. He didn't have
Najee Harris. The offensive line will come back next year. Najee Harris is a beast, and we need to run the ball. I know Andy Reid hate to run the ball, even though it worked when he actually did it. Yo, you saw that first drive, they ran the ball, and then they completely stopped in the second half. Cause what?
Yeah.
Eli ran for 26, and then he ran for what, 15? And they're like, "Nah, we ain't ran the ball no more." I'm like, "No, Andy." First off, that Andy.
That's when you supposed to. That's when you supposed to run the ball is when they only bring in 4 people.
And they got safeties 40 yards off. The safeties are 40 yards back, bro, cause they scared of Tyreek Hill. Run the ball, my friend. Andy Reid got out coached bad tonight. Andy Reid was the worst person to me. Them timeouts before halftime when you was on it, when this, what was it? It was 7-3? And then you called timeouts and gave Tom Brady a touchdown before the half. I'm like, Andy, this is stupid. I think it was 14-6. You gonna get the ball at halftime. Why are you trying to force the ball right now? They ran the ball to run the clock out. And you want to go at halftime.
It was all bad. It was all bad for Kansas City. I just the chance was there. Like I said, the flag saved them a lot. That's my takeaway. But at the end of the day, we got to give Tom Brady his flowers, especially in light of losing Kobe Bryant. We got greatness. We need to continue to applaud that greatness and love it while we have it, because we may not see anything. We've never seen anything like this before. And for us to live through somebody winning 7 Super Bowls, it's not like Robert Horry winning 6 and 7 rings. It's not like that. This is different. This is like you're winning because of me for the most part.
That defense, that young defense, nasty. That boy caught a pick. By the way, that boy, the rookie caught a pick in every game, except for this one. Oh, he caught one this one, didn't he? Yeah. And all 4 playoff game, the rookie caught a pick. I can't think of his name, the DB. And then the first drive.
You talking about
I can't think of his name right now. Not 24.
Winfield Jr.?
Yeah, I think.
Or White?
Yeah, it's Wingfield. White, the linebacker. On that play, on the first drive, Patrick Mahomes ran around in circles like he did the whole game, threw a bomb to Pringle, and he got his fingertip on it, tipped it up, and saved the touchdown. I'm like, that boy make play.
Shout out to Pringle. I think he'll be a big part of offense next year.
Yeah, I think so too, man. I'm just saying, man, they also, to me, they need to get, I don't know. Their defense didn't play bad. Honestly. They just played dumb. Like, they got them off the field 4 times in the first half, but all 4 of them was a penalty. Either after the play or during the play on third down.
That's how you beat yourself.
I'm like, so y'all not playing bad. Y'all just dumb. They also need to get they need a hard hitting linebacker or something because they suck against the run.
Oh man, 45 on Kansas City. The light skinned brother. Yeah, he was getting ate up out there. He couldn't tackle. He couldn't tackle nothing.
Yeah, they gotta get some hitters though. But shout out to everybody playing, man. It's hard to get to Super Bowl. Y'all don't realize how hard it is to win stuff, bro. Like it's actually hard to get a state championship. Is hard unless you just like went to one of them super schools, like Booker T.
I mean, to win your conference, to win semi-state, to win just a game in the season, it take a lot of preparation. I mean, unless you're going against sub-caliber talent. But when you up there in the NFL, NBA, that's why when we talk about LeBron James, we don't talk about the fact that he lost all these. We got to talk about the fact that he made it there. That's not easy to do. The man spent more than half his career in the finals. Come on.
Let's talk.
Tom Brady spent half his career, if not more than half his career, in the Super Bowl. You can't take that away.
Okay, let's go over this. Let's go over the starting quarterbacks in the NFL and how many Super Bowls they got. Let's praise Patrick Mahomes for this. Tom Brady won with 7, right? Ben Roethlisberger got 2. Patrick Mahomes tied with. Let's start right now. Let's start, and we ain't talking about Carson Wentz because
hold on. Pittsburgh beat Arizona,
and they beat somebody else because he got 2.
In his second year?
Yeah, he won his second.
Was it his rookie year?
Yeah, he won his second year because they went 13-3 rookie year and lost in the playoff. He won his second year.
Yeah, I can't remember who it was, but yeah, okay, yeah. Ben Roethlisberger 2.
Now Joe Flacco got 1 and Nick Foles got 1, but they don't start, so we don't count them. Carson Wentz got 1, but he didn't play, so we don't count his either. Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees got 1. Patrick Mahomes got 1. Patrick Mahomes been in more than Aaron Rodgers and Drew Brees. He been in many Super Bowls that they have combined.
Yeah.
At 25. So what he did is impressive already too. What Tom Brady doing otherworldly right now? That's nobody even got. Tom Brady got 4 more Super Bowl appearances than the next person. He got 3 more wins. Do you know that
conversation is over? The conversation is over for GOAT, for football, for a long time. And then, like in basketball, you can still have that conversation because of skill sets and winning. But when it comes to football, it's over. The conversation's over.
Until
somebody comes up and runs off 5 or 6 Super Bowls early in their career.
Now, I think Pat still got a chance, but it's hard. But to be fair, it's hard for anybody. That's gonna be hard to do anyway.
I have a new tier list. So the new tier list is Brady is GOAT. Then underneath that is Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers. I can't think of another quarterback on their level. And then you got everybody else.
Let's make sure people know what you're talking about. The second tier list is just pure arm talent. Cause I'm telling you right now, Tom Brady said this week. I can't do what Patrick Mahomes do with a football. He said it this week. What he can do with throws, I can't do it. I can't in the middle of a play switch to left hand and throw it 20 yards. What I do is something different. I'm more of a leader type. I'm more of a mind person, setting everybody up and all that stuff. Patrick, 25 in his 3rd year in the league, he still got time to learn it. So, but again, I don't know if he'll get it. I doubt it. I made the GOAT video. It's gonna be real hard for anybody to catch Tom Brady ever. You can start arguing maybe if he got 4 and who's really a better quarterback in terms of arm and all that crap. But it's really GOAT talk is GOAT talk. Because again, Bill Russell got 11. If we were just going off championships, ain't nobody even close to Bill Russell.
There's an eye test as well when it comes to GOAT. Yeah. So you got to win the rings, and you also got to be talented as well. And Tom Brady is a great combination of both.
Yeah, so it's gonna be it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. But we all know in 10 years from now, 10, 20 years from now, let's say Patrick Mahomes play 20 years the way Tom Brady do. He in his 3rd year in the league. He plays 17 more years. All the kids gonna see Patrick Mahomes if he win. Let's say he win 5, and they see what he did. Oh, he's the greatest now because he's from my era, and that's what I'm used to. You know that's gonna always have to be. Because old people still tell me Dr. J better than Jordan. You didn't watch Dr. J in the ABA when he was averaging 42. I'm like, yes, I did. I actually kind of. People don't realize how good. People don't realize Dr. J didn't go to the league till he was 30. Dr. J won 5 ABA championships, averaging 40, and then came to the league his first or second year with Moses Malone. Then won a championship. But Dr. J used to average 42 points a game in the ABA. You know.
Is there a GOAT in baseball? Is there a GOAT conversation in baseball?
It got ruined because Barry Bonds took steroids.
So is it only home runs that count for GOAT stuff, or is it who's the best? Is it a pitcher conversation?
Barry Bonds did everything. People forget Barry Bonds won like 4 or 5 Golden Gloves or whatever.
Well, he's first base, wasn't he?
That was when he old. I'm talking he was outfield when he was young. When we getting Gold Gloves and stuff. Then you got like Derek Jeter and the way he win and do all his stuff. So baseball harder too, because baseball a weird game.
Yeah, Rob.
Baseball a weird game. Like it's hard to half time you in the outfield, half the game you don't do nothing.
Yeah.
And then pitchers only pitch every 4-5 games.
Yep.
So it's going like a lot of games they don't even be in until like the World Series when they might make them pitch a lot more. And then you got the batters who only can hit good. So it's like a lot to that. So I don't think GOAT is a real conversation in baseball. I think people just either give it a Hank Aaron or Babe Ruth and don't really care that much.
Yeah, because it's got to come down to somebody that can hit well. So it can't be a pitcher because you don't play every game, but it's got to be one of those like a shortstop or somebody that's great on defense, and you got a good hit batting percentage. I think that's what it comes down to in baseball if you're gonna look at it like that. But in basketball, it's easier to be like, hey, this man can score 30. Like, Kevin Durant.
Can I say something about that though?
If he had more appearances and whatnot, he would definitely he could be in that conversation, Kevin Durant. But because of how great he is at shooting. But the championships, he can't be in that conversation because of championships.
Can we talk about the GOAT conversation a little more? Because I want to give LeBron the best basketball career ever. But I ain't going to give him the best prime because ain't nobody beat Jordan prime. So can I give both of them a GOAT status? Can I get one career GOAT and prime GOAT?
I think you can give 3 GOATs. You can give it to Kobe, LeBron, and Jordan. There's 3 GOATs.
Yeah, I love
in basketball.
But the reason I said it because when Jordan was in his prime, 6 for 6, impossible, dog.
Well, let's talk about
domination.
Yeah, I would dominate too if I was playing against the mailman. So let's not
get. Y'all disrespect Karl Malone. Karl Malone was a dog. Disrespect them old dude, right? Jordan.
I'm disrespect John Stockton. Who is John Stockton?
Bro, they played a different type of basketball though. It wasn't even about skill. Like if Jordan come in, they punch him in the face and be like, "Oh, you ain't getting off on me."
I'm putting Nash above like John Stockton's of the world. You know what I'm saying? There's been better point guards come through than John Stockton for sure. So with that being said, and there's also been a lot more. There's been better 2 guards to come out than a lot of those guys back then. So I got to say the level of competition. Yes, Jordan was ahead of his time for his time, but people always ask, would Jordan last in this era? I don't believe so.
Jordan would score 50 this era. What you mean? If James Harden can score 40, Jordan's scoring 50.
That's what you think. You think he's as athletic as these dudes these days?
Jordan was before his time. It's certain people in the era you can put anywhere. Wilt can play now. Wilt is a different breed. Certain people in certain eras can play in any era, and just because their era didn't catch up to this era don't mean that. Jim Brown could play right now. But Jim Brown played against a little kid, basically.
So Shaq's putting up 30 a game.
Shaq dunking on who's stopping Shaq? That's
In
what I
this
want.
game, are you in this game? In this the way the game is played,
Shaq
you
different,
think
bro.
Shaq?
He won't be able to play defense, but who gonna stop him from scoring? Shaq
I
dunking
think
on
that's what's gonna hurt his
everybody.
game. Is he's gonna have to step out on Embiid, on the Joel Embiids of the world. He's gonna have to step out there on them.
Shaq dunking on everybody. You gonna be in foul trouble by the time Shaq done. Shaq different from them other big. Shaq ain't Roy Hibbert. Roy Hibbert just don't dunk every play.
Unfortunately, we don't get the pleasure of getting to see him against these guys, against the
Dr.
Anthony
J can
Davis.
play now. Hey, certain people in certain eras can play in any era, and I'm always giving that credit. Wilt Chamberlain was a Walter Payton can play in the NFL now. Walter Payton squatted 600 pounds, ran like a fofo. Just because he played against people that wasn't on that ilk, don't mean he can't do it now. What he be is
football. A running back is a lot different. Like we know the prototype of football. You got to be 230 pounds, 220 pounds, and be fast. That's all it takes to be a running back. But in the NBA, that's a different kind of game. When you're 6'6" Michael Jordan, boy. Now you got people like Ben Simmons out here that can potentially.
If you tell me
down.
Lambert, could Bill Lambert play now? No, Bill Lambert can't play now. Isaiah could. Isaiah, different athlete.
I'm gonna say if he was in this league right now, Kyle Lowry is eating him type stuff. Like Van Fleets of the world is eating him up. Like
Isaiah Thomas a kill Van Fleet. You
disrespect. They're better athletes.
They smarter. As I'm always give them credit. Smarter players gonna always win.
You can be as smart as you want to.
I'll tell you who Isaiah Thomas is right now. Isaiah Thomas is Chris Paul. Who Chris Paul? Chris Paul been in the league how long? He different. And what Chris Paul athleticism is? Is he fast? No. Is he quick? No.
He's strong. He'll do Isaiah bad.
Chris Paul and Isaiah the same person. I'm telling you.
No, they are not the same person.
Chris Paul is the same person. And Chris Paul getting out.
Please.
Russell Westbrook and them all way more athletic than Chris Paul. Am I wrong? Are they not?
No, Chris Paul got grown man strength, and he been using it ever since Chauncey Billups did him bad. Ever since Chauncey Billups did him bad, he learned how to be a dog.
All I want to know is,
and he's he's quicker than them as well.
All I want to know is, Chris Paul at this age, is he not killing all the young boys in the league? Is Lonzo Ball not more athletic than Chris Paul? Chris Paul killing Lonzo Ball. You know why? They smart.
Because he's a grown man. Because Chris Paul's a grown man.
Isaiah Thomas a grown man. I'm telling you, they grew up young, bro. They are hungry. I'm telling you right now. Why you disrespecting these legends, bro?
See, now you sound like one of them old heads.
We got
now
Ricky Rubio. John Stockton can play if Ricky Rubio can play. That's all I want to know.
Ricky Rubio's probably a better point guard than him.
This man just told me Ricky Rubio better than John Stockton. Yo, this going on your highlight reel.
Go ahead. What are you saying? They're not more athletic than them.
I'm telling you, basketball ain't all about athleticism. You need Draymond Green.
At some point, yes, it is. At some point, that is what can break the tie. What are you talking about? If you can't get around me, if you can't make plays because you physically cannot make plays, then what are you saying? Like, you physically cannot make plays against somebody.
Russell Westbrook is 100 times stronger and faster than Chris Paul. Chris Paul still get off. Chris Paul a legend. Y'all gonna stop disrespecting Chris Paul.
I'm telling you, Chris Paul's better than all them point guards that we was talking about earlier.
Man, why you disrespecting these legends, bro? They get off.
I disrespect them. I'm telling you what it is. These kids are growing up.
Bruh, they ain't got that drive, bro. They been caught their whole life. It's a different animal, bro. And plus, if you give them the same exercise treatment that you give people now, back then, well, how they ain't that?
You might have. I'm talking about how they were currently constructed going against the athletes that we have currently. That's what I'm talking about.
Telling
They're
you,
not nowhere near that.
If you talk about the average player, I agree with you. Bill Lambert can't play today. I'm sorry, he got to fire people. That's all he is. He got to fire. But if you telling me them legends, certain people you just put in any era. What time we can touch the top of the backboard? Because he was a dominant figure. That's why he scored 100, though. That's kind of why he scored 100.
James Harden in Jordan's era versus Jordan and James Harden's era.
I bet James Harden don't get off. They finna foul. James Harden can't flop.
James Harden is way bigger than most of them dudes anyhow.
James Harden getting beat up. James
You
Harden
can't beat him up if you can't beat him up if he hitting step back threes on you, which is something that they wasn't doing back then.
Because they would push you on the floor. They would on purpose foul you without getting a charge. They clothesline people, bro.
Yeah, so this is you being one of them people that watch them highlights of people being rough. But y'all don't really watch the whole game where people be having good, wide open shots. So, yeah, every now and then they would do a hard foul. It wasn't like they was out there. But y'all make it seem like you just had to go out there and be a wrestler for Vince McMahon every game. They was not doing that every single play, every game. Y'all got to stop that narrative. Y'all got to stop. Oh, it was tough back in
that's all I did was watch them games,
Stop
bro.
it. Stop it.
Them joking.
Stop it.
So you saying Larry Bird can't get off right now in the NBA? Larry Bird wouldn't get off.
Larry Bird could, because of his game and his play style, absolutely he could play. He could play.
Dirk can get off, Larry Bird can get off.
Yeah, absolutely. I believe
that's
that.
That's all I'm saying. People can get off, bro.
Because of that game, because of that play style.
But you saying that
when you're Michael Jordan and you rely on your athleticism for the most part, absolutely. Now mid-range Jordan back when he got to 96, 97, around that time, he could be a very effective player. I wouldn't say
Jordan dropping people off right now, bro. Jordan wouldn't be a stop. I'm telling you, Jordan score 50 right now. I'm telling you, Jordan average 50 in the league right now.
I'm sorry, I can't ride
with
with you.
Kobe did it, Jordan doing it.
Kobe was way more athletic than Michael Jordan. Let's talk about it.
Way? You said way more?
Absolutely.
Joe, you legendary on these tape. We're gonna let social media decide. You said way more athletic than Jordan, way more.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll give you Jordan way more athletic than the people of his era, but Joe, Jordan was a freak of nature for his time. He a freak of nature now. Joe, Jordan played LeBron and them at 40 and averaged 23 points. At 43 and full of cigars and couldn't run.
And he was shooting mid-range jumpers. Absolutely. When you can hit mid-range jumpers, anybody.
His game.
I'm talking, but you wasn't going around talking about, oh, Jordan is still super duper athletic. He wasn't saying that.
Because he was 43 and fat.
So why are you bringing that up as to the point that I'm talking? The point I'm making is about athleticism. The athletes now are much better than Jordan. Period. So average players in the league are better athletes than Jordan at this point right now. The athletes are better. I don't understand how y'all keep on running with this narrative that Jordan is just like the greatest thing ever. He's not. He is not the most athletic person in the world.
You don't have to be like drop point. That's all you got to do.
The people that are playing now are way more athletic than he is at this point in history. Humans are just better. Like y'all understand, humans are just better.
Now, why are you disrespecting these people, bro?
I don't know. I'm just saying I don't understand how you can't. How does that humans evolve and become better? Like I don't understand. Like
it's because we get more chemicals, Joe.
He got lucky. He got lucky and came up in a time when people that worked for UPS can go play in the league. He got lucky and played in that era. If he came up there, if he got drafted,
but Joe, we just said a 43-year-old Jordan dropping all these people off.
The NBA allows for you to shoot jumpers. Joe,
he can score 23 at 43. He can score average 23 points at 43. But he can't just, like, when he's 26, he can't just drop people off.
I'd love for you to go look up his field goal percentage and how many shots he took. I'd love for you to go look that up since that was his team. Let's talk about how he got a green light like no other.
Joe, let's talk about that. Light. Damn, Lillard got a green light.
I'm saying all that to say this. Tom Brady left out this thing. He's the GOAT and ain't no catching him, but there is still a debate when it comes to GOAT in basketball. And that's gonna be there. Nobody can pull away when it comes to basketball, but somebody pulled away in football today. I do know that.
No, if we going by that, LeBron was more athletic than everybody he played against. LeBron is 6'9", 270 and run a 4.4. You just now starting to get people to do that.
And he's and he's been to the finals more than half of his career. So what is that saying?
That's the same. Jordan was there 6 or 13 years, and 2 of them I don't count. We don't count the Wizards. He was just trying to do something there.
Here you go, forgetting about the first 6-7 years of his career. Here you go, being one of them people.
Let's talk about LeBron's first few years of his career. It don't matter how you start. You can get how you get there at the end.
Yeah, LeBron did it at a much younger age.
Melo went to the playoff before LeBron did.
Yeah.
We're
That's
the
what
worst team the season before than LeBron had.
That's what happens when you go to a good team. LeBron went overall #1 because that team sucked. Denver was not a bad team. Denver was not a bad team.
They were the worst team in the league, Joe. So they had 11 wins. Team in the league. They were rated #1. They had the #1 ball because they won 11 games. Cleveland won 23. Denver won 11. Denver had the worst record in NBA history that year. The year before Melo got there. They had the #1 ball. Cleveland had the #3 ball. Cleveland got #1.
Like I said, we had to go back into history because those rosters are way different.
Who was better?
Cleveland never had a roster. What are you talking about? See,
who was on Denver roster?
I can't talk basketball with this guy today. I can't talk basketball with him. Did you go to a Super Bowl party?
Joe, who was on Denver, Joe?
I couldn't even tell you. I couldn't even tell you.
Nobody
Just like
knows.
I couldn't even tell you. Just like I couldn't even tell you LeBron's team. LeBron's team was sad. Both of them teams was sad.
Ricky Davis.
When he first got there,
Darius Miles. Yes, they was on that team. Yes, they were. Ricky Davis.
Gaskins was not on his rookie team. No, he was not.
Ricky Davis. Darius Miles. Let's go. Ilgauskas. I got an old Marcus Camby in Denver. To this day, I'm saying Melo should have won Ricky there. That's all I got to say. They stole it from my boy. Shout out to LeBron, though. I put him in the GOAT category, too.
That's all right. We may have to revisit this on a special. The who went into the better situation special, something like that. We will need to.
Joe, it ain't even debate, Joe.
It is a debate.
Joe,
Denver was a better team. Joe. Not to mention they was in the West.
Denver had the worst record in NBA history, Joe.
Gotti, BG, do you hear this guy?
Joe, Denver had the worst record in history that year. 2002, Denver had the worst record in NBA history.
I'll be more than happy to revisit this conversation. I'm not having this one with you right now.
Joe, if I had the worst record in NBA history, how is anybody better than me?
I'll be more than happy to revisit this conversation with you at another time. In a future point in time, I'll be more than happy to revisit who in the better situation.
Joe, Melo in a way worse situation.
Okay.
So you don't even know who was on that team.
I can't tell you LeBron's team either. Absolutely not.
I just named people. Ricky Davis, Darius Miles. These are NBA starters.
In the East, and they was declining. But I'm not doing that because I'm not going to sound crazy. I'm gonna do my research, and then I'll come back. I'll come back to you. I'm gonna do my research.
You the numbers, bro. They won the least game in history.
I'm not just taking your numbers today. I will come back to you once I do mine. We will talk about LeBron and Carmelo's. We'll talk about this on another day.
Joe, in the East too. The West was better then.
Yeah.
Melo went against Shaq and Kobe his first game playoffs here.
So who went into a better situation?
I played in the trash team, the worst team in the league, and I went against Shaq and Kobe. Who won the East that year? The Nets? Guess what? Shaq and Kobe swept the Nets.
Again. So who went to a better team? That's what I'm saying to you.
LeBron went to a better team. LeBron.
No. Oh my God.
LeBron went to a better team. And there's no hate on LeBron. I gave LeBron gold over Melo, but in the situation of what team they went into, LeBron went in the best situation.
The Nuggets was a way better situation than the Cleveland Cavaliers.
They won 11. Joe, they set a record, Joe. They were the worst team in NBA history. All right, y'all hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button. Joe probably made all y'all mad.
Joe May probably made all y'all mad. Did you hear this guy?
Did you hear this guy? Joe, you just told people Michael Jordan couldn't play right now, Joe. I'm pretty sure you made a lot more.
Absolutely.
Joe.
Absolutely.
You 100% made more people mad.
Athletically keep up with these people. You are killing me today.
Joe, this going on your Instagram. This
Can't
Let's go.
believe it, guy.
Hit that like button, that subscribe button. Yell at Joe in the comments on YouTube if y'all listening. The title gonna be hilarious. Michael Jordan can't play in today's NBA. You know that's gonna get views. I appreciate y'all for watching.
Hey, you went quiet. Hold on. Wait, hold on.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, no, I had to cut it back off. So I just edited that part out. That ain't nothing. When I couldn't hear it, my thing went white.